What's up, y'all? It's 8:54 and it's snowing. And like I said, a lot's changed. I totally changed the shelter up. I now have a porch, covered porch, or not awning, not porch, but a awning over my fire. I had to. It was the only way to. It was the only way to keep it out of my shelter. The snow was coming in. You can see it's all over the top, except for over the awning because it's hot. That fire was raging too. I had to get it going right away because it everything was getting wet. I had to start it earlier than I wanted to, but it's going now. I got a halfway decent supply of wood. I got some big logs there too I'm going to use. In fact, I'm getting ready to put one on now. Yeah, so it's 9:01. Just sitting here enjoying the warmth of the fire right now. I'm gonna make myself some dinner here shortly. I got some spicy sausages and American cheese and bread to put it on. So I think I'm gonna have that. Or I also have the cup of noodles, the soup ones though, not the ramen pack, but the actual soup, which comes in the styrofoam cup, and you just eat it out of that. Yeah, so I got them too. And I have spoons and all that. I didn't forget that, but forgetting that cord, man, that was not good. My girl saved the day. She met me at the trailhead. It was like roughly 2 miles. And she met me there and brought me the cord, and then I had to hike back another 2 miles. So it was right around an hour of me being gone, walking out and going and coming back, and I had to leave all my stuff here, but there's nobody back here but me and the animals. I'll show you the snow. It's snowing pretty good. They're not calling for a whole lot, I don't think. 1 to 3 the last I heard. Hardly anything but a dusting now. I'm going to take that trash out of here. I just have it marking that guy line so I don't trip over it. I guess I probably won't be able to see it though if we get 3 inches. They'll be buried, but I know where they are. They're right where the guy line is. So yeah, you can see I put if I can find that light, put the big log on there, just the end of it, and as it burns down I'll slide it over. I'm going to do the same thing with them. It's cold out here now, so they shouldn't get wet. I'll just shake the snow off. That's what I did with this one. So hopefully it'll keep it going for a while. There's a lot of down limbs because the last 3 days we had 20 to 30 mile an hour winds with 40 mile an hour plus gusts. So I figured a lot of deadfall would come out of these trees, and it did. There's dead branches everywhere. So there's plenty of firewood. It's a good thing. It sounds like it's snowing hard again. Oh yeah. Yep. Spicy chicken for dinner. Spicy chicken noodles. I'll get ready to eat them in a minute. It's 11:35. still snowing. I'm getting ready to get ready to turn in for the night, and I'll get back to you in the morning, I guess, unless something interesting happens. But otherwise, I'll see you guys in the morning. So it's 1:11, 27 degrees. It's pretty cold. I fell asleep for an hour and a half, I guess, and woke up. I was pretty cold. The fire was out, so I stoked the fire back up. I took down the reflector wall from over there and put a ground sheet up in its place on the end over there. And at the moment I got this reflector behind me, but I'm probably going to end up wrapping up in it when I go to sleep. I'm just letting it reflect the heat of the sun back. I mean the sun, yeah. The heat of the fire back on me for a little while. It's water running off of the tarp onto my cooking pot over there. Heating up the tarp. There must be snow up there. So it's about 1:30 now. Set up my blanket over me inside the shelter, like a little tent over top of me, just like under my blankets, and then this over me with it propped up here with this stick, so it's catching heat off of the fire. And at the moment I'm very warm. It's right around 4 a.m. Still snowing. Chilly night. 26 degrees. But I mean, I'm good to keep stoking the fire up to stay warm. But I fall asleep for a while and it goes out, and then I wake up and stoke it back up again and go back to sleep again. Same thing over and over. But it's not bad. I'm sleeping for a few hours at a time, so it's really not bad at all. And it's steady snowing. You guys can't really see it. Probably an inch and a half, maybe. A little over an inch for sure. Good morning. It's 7 a.m. I made it through the night. It was cold. Still snowing. Just made myself a cup of coffee. You guys can't even see it. Yeah. So I'm gonna drink this and break down this camp and head on out of here. It was cold, but with the survival blanket and all, I stayed in socks all night. I had 2 pairs of wool socks on, but I was comfortable with them. So I mean, it wasn't too bad. And my water in here, it's 26 degrees out there, but my water never froze. So it stayed above freezing inside here all night. So it wasn't too bad, I guess. It was cold though. Alright, so it's like 7:11. Here's a quick look at the inside of the shelter. You can't see it real good, it's still kind of dark. But I'm going to show you something really cool. Doesn't look anything like it did last night. Here's a look at the shelter. I'm camping in the same place where I tested the alcohol stove last week, and there was all those tarps laying around, and I started getting drips as the snow started to accumulate, because this old camo tarp there has got a bunch of holes in it. So I grabbed a bunch of those tarps that were laying over there and threw them on top of this thing to keep the water out, and it worked. The shanty shack. Memory on this thing's about out of time, so I'm just show you a quick little view. I had to throw that tarp up there because the snow was just coming in right into my shelter. But it worked out well. So the overnight was a success, but the alcohol stove overnight was not a success. I don't think that it's very good for just plain tarp shelters or tents. For insulated shelters, it would be great, because it would, you know, the coffee can, the toilet paper roll, that thing burns for like an hour and a half, hour and 40 minutes, something like that. And as long as you can put it out before it starts burning the toilet paper, you're good to go. Alright, I'll see you guys on the next one. Just had to show you guys the river. It's along the way out. Still got about a mile and a half to go. It's pretty well snowed in. Nobody's been back here but me. You see these tracks, they're mine. Because I was heading out and I realized I was looking at the river and I started walking out of here, and then I realized that I should have videoed it, so I turned around and walked back and took a video. You'll see my tracks stop right up here. Yeah, so I went back and videoed the river because it just looked too cool to pass up. I was standing there looking at it, and there was a bunch of geese out there, and you see there's the end of the line with my tracks. That's the way out, and nobody's been there. But yeah, I was checking out these geese, and then they saw me and flew away, and I was just standing there looking at the river and never thought to videotape it. But I got it for you guys now. Alright, I might shoot a little bit more on the way out, but probably no more talking.